Hi, welcome to Laura's View and Tarot 2. I am so glad you're here. Today's date is Friday, January 26, 2024. This is my second video today because I do one topic videos so that if a topic isn't of interest, I haven't wasted your time. My videos are for entertainment purposes only, and let's see what I just now found interesting and entertaining to share with you. And that is the fact that even though there's virtually a blackout in the mainstream media, there is a Lone Star State rebellion in process, and over half of our nation's states are sending National Guard to support this. Let's look at a compilation I have. It's only a small amount of the material out there. You can view my compilation by clicking on the Facebook link in the video description box, or just do a little searching of your own. Again, right now, the main access to information about this situation is via social media. Tucker Carlson on X and social media. DC Drano's kind of staying on top of it. Monkey Works is interested in it. There's so not the mainstream, but the social media. And let's see what's going on here in the United States, because it sounds like people are ready to peacefully intervene and do what they can to secure our borders from illegal entry. And for whatever reason, the resident in chief has been opposing those efforts. He should be applauding and thanking citizens for being willing to step up and close the border, because they're not saying and shut down all immigration. We have really good immigration laws that can be followed, and people can enter this country legally. So I would think that it shouldn't come to any sort of conflict, that it should simply be, set your pride aside, Mr. Resident, and say thank you. Say thank you. But those of us that follow current events know that our resident actually wants those criminals, because they're breaking the law, to come in that way. He wants them there. And it's sad to say. Sad to say. So let's take a look at my compilation, and then we'll see what the universe wants us to know about the resistance, the groundswell resistance with truckers, regular Americans, our National Guard in many of our states saying, yeah, we'll help you secure your border. We'll help you keep people safe. Okay, here we go. Okay. I stand with Texas, and I do. I stand with anybody who peacefully wants to see laws enforced and families to have safety and people to be here legally and have their presence here supported and welcomed. Okay, you can look at the compilation here we've got Tucker Carlson. He spoke by phone with Governor Abbott here at this link. And Governor Abbott said he is prepared to have conflict with the 46th administration over this. Like I said, it shouldn't be a case of conflict. It should be, hey, thanks for doing some of our job for us. Okay, now here's a YouTube video talking about a major border standoff is coming. So YouTube won't censor that since it's them. We have Breitbart.com with an article here. Trump to states use National Guard. A little more on that further down. Gateway Pundit had an article about it. Here, this comment shows you a poster, okay, for a convoy that begins in 3 days. So if you'd like some information on that, you have it here. And then here are the Truth Social tweets by Mr. T talking about national security. And the second one that is important with that. Page 2, we encourage all willing states to deploy their guards to Texas to prevent the entry of illegals and to remove them back across the border. All Americans should support the common sense measures by Texas authorities to protect the safety, security, and sovereignty of Texas and of the American people. Okay, you can read it in full at your leisure if you're so interested. So Canada showed us how to do a convoy. Unfortunately, Canadians had to deal with fallout from Mr. Trudeau. And it's possible that our convoy members may have some similar issues from the 46th administration. Why? For simply saying they want our borders to be safe and secure. But then this is the administration that welded open, constructed and finished completed pieces of that border wall. Oh well, now I know I get some flack sometimes on social media saying, don't you have a heart? Those people don't have anywhere to go. They're coming here for safety. Well, I do have a heart, but I also think that immigration laws should be followed. And if you need asylum on an emergency basis, there's even contingencies for that. And there are thousands of illegals pouring, or hundreds of thousands, if not millions, that have been pouring across our border. They've been with bringing them with them little ones who have come to harm along the way and will continue to be in harm's way as they're brought over. And it doesn't take much social media searching to see pictures of that. Little ones dropped over a wall, little ones, yeah. So this Lone Star State Rebellion. I'd like to ask the universe for some insights and information just about that situation, and especially the insights and the advice. So insights, information, and advice. What can we do? What should we know moving forward to keep this resistance peaceful but effective? Let's find out. I'm gonna switch the camera so you can watch me work with the cards, and we'll discover together what they want to tell us. Okay, for the upcoming convoys to Texas, the states that are providing National Guard assistance to the Texas National Guard to secure their border and keep the people of that state and those of us north of there safer. We'd like some advice and information, and most of all, that advice. How can we keep this effort peaceful, powerful, and effective? All I know is if enough of us say enough is enough, it kind of limits the response options. Okay, we have the King of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Five of Wands, Magician, Four of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Five of Cups. Okay, let's take a look at the cards we've got so far. The situation's being indicated by the King of Pentacles when we're asking us with an emphasis on advice, and that he's a faithful provider, and it's a success card. So we have the possibility, the likelihood that this resistance and securing the border is going to be effective and well supported. Okay, the Page of Wands is telling us a little bit more here. One of my white hat cards, even though it's not the most powerful one in the deck, and but it's good energy card as far as having energy and having sufficient energy for the cause in front of it. It's an optimism card, is what the traditional meaning of this is. So you can't get better than that. And that it's enthusiastic. So yeah, the enthusiasm is going to build. We're going to see a lot of groundswell from the citizenry of our country and others in support of us as we take steps to secure the border that the federal government has refused to prioritize. Okay, the Magician is telling us we can make that manifest. Absolutely. You have the situation at the border. First of all, I like that the Five of Wands is showing up here. I'm sorry that entire card isn't in the screen. I'll move it down so you can see the five, because fives indicate temporary situations. So the situation with the open border and stuff is going to be contested, and it looks like successfully so. But it is a temporary situation, so it's not going to be, those floodgates aren't going to remain open forever, but they have been, and enough was enough. And so we, the people, are going to make manifest secure our borders. And if we can't get federal support on that, we'll get state, local, and just boots on the ground, regular people. Again, we want this response to be peaceful and powerful and effective. We want those three things. We want it to be effective, absolutely. We want to send that message to Washington and the compromised people that don't fund this, that cave in to pressure, that the uniparty, because it's both sides of the political aisle. We want them to know enough is enough. Okay, and make that manifest. Let's look forward here at the near future. First of all, this is, I think we're getting some advice. There is a possibility that if the resident in chief can do some shenanigans with the money system for those participating in this, he will. So set up your finances accordingly, get advice from those who participated in the Canadian convoy, how the workarounds that worked for them, have those in place, have some ready cash, what have you. There's going to be some. And the other thing is conserve this. This is the near future. This card is always about conserving resources. Again, we want the response. We want the participation to be powerful and effective, but peaceful. So even though this country has a lot of private ownership of firearms, those don't need to be part of this. And there is an element of the shenanigans gang that would love to have that happen. Don't fall prey to it. Absolutely don't fall prey to it. Be smart, be wise, be temperate in your response. Don't just count to 10, take 48 hours if you need to, okay? You can do some proactive planning for some of the response we may receive on a personal level for supporting this cause or being in the convoy or being at the border. But do so with a lot of common sense and don't let the tail wag the dog. And in this case, the tail is in Washington, D.C. or some stage that's trying to look like it. Okay, Temperance, a card, Major Arcana, sorry, inside card here. And a card that's just talking about, again, where this is, be careful with your resources, okay? Make some smart decisions. This is one about being moderate in your response, okay? I know we've been frustrated and people have wanted a way forward and a way to show their patriotism, their support, their love for this country that they are native to, but be moderate in how you do that, okay? Wave those flags, love one another, be supportive of one another. With love, just laughingly send people back south if they didn't come in. If they didn't come in legally and correctly and following the immigration laws that are there for a reason. Okay, now we do have a potential here. 5 is again a temporary situation here in the near future, but there is a chance they are going to try to create this situation to be one that creates some sadness. Okay, so people be strong, be smart, align yourself. There are going to be fake patriots out there, just like there were with J6 and Mr. Epps. Don't get suckered into anything that isn't positive and peaceful, okay? Make this sadness that's shown in this card to be that of the deep state and the cabal that try to infiltrate and turn this into something it's not going to be. Keep it peaceful, keep it powerful, keep it positive, guys. We can do this. We can support having secure borders and do it in a peaceful way because we have a right to those. We have a right to ask for them. We have a right to expect our elected officials to hear us and to provide that. And we have a right for that, okay? Don't let yourself get caught up with another Mr. Epps while you're down there, okay? Be watching for them. They will be there. I'm going to get 2 more cards because this is an important situation. And again, if we can support one another to be common sense, peaceful, and powerful, we will be effective. And this sadness card won't be for the patriots, won't be for the citizens that are saying enough is enough. I want a secure border. Okay. We have the death card, which is not about loss of life. It's about a long, slow change. So this groundswell movement has been a long time in coming. And we have cause for celebration that it is, okay? This is one of celebrating with a little bit of, I'm trying to think of the right word, a modicum of common sense. So some moderate celebration, guys. Don't go crazy down there, okay? We can celebrate that this effort is there. We don't want it to be one that gets squelched. We want it to be strong and Teflon coated. So we can celebrate it's time. We found a way to show some support and just send that clear message that enough is enough. We want secure borders. We want legal residents and citizens to feel safe within our borders. And we want those borders recognized. They're there for a reason. So let's recap. There is a groundswell movement that's gaining support, and that is to have our southern border more secure. The support is not coming where it should be from our federal agencies, but from Governor Abbott of Texas, his National Guard that he's mobilized, and other states that are sending National Guard in support of this effort to have a secure southern border. And since it is something that the mainstream media is avoiding, and I doubt that they will be very impartial and non-biased when they do bring some information about it, we looked at some information about this. And then we asked the cards with an emphasis on advice to give us some insights and information about the situation. The main card that came up about the insights and advice was the King of Pentacles, which is a beautiful card who emphasizes, first of all, strong leadership and sovereignty and success. So this movement has a great chance of success. Absolutely. The Page of Wands is a nod to the White Hats are watching this in Alliance. They're watching this all very closely, and they're I think they're going to be gratified to see. There've been a lot of people that have just been quietly waiting. Hold. And I think maybe those numbers and that resolve, that quiet, still resolve that Americans have the ability to have and incorporate. I think they may have underestimated the resolve of Americans to let's get her done. Okay, enough's enough. Now, it looks right now, currently, we got the manifestation card showing up, which means that the change that the King of Pentacles was talking about, it's going to be made manifest. Okay, now we want that change and this situation to be handled in a very peaceful but positive and effective way. And the cards gave us information that that is important. First of all, again, that phrase I've used before, don't let the tail wag the dog. Okay, so if you're participating in those, first of all, understand that there could be some financial shenanigans like the Canadian truckers saw, and get some advice from them on what they did to bypass that, to survive through it, to get beyond it. If it means, opening some new accounts in a spouse's or trusted loved one's name or something, do it now. If you're planning to participate and you anticipate that there might be a need for some support, set up those pages now. I think a lot of people used Give, Send, Go because they stayed impartial and didn't freeze things. I could be wrong on that, so check into it. You have to do your due diligence, guys. Okay, the Temperance card again said moderate. You can be very effective, but be moderate. Okay, you can be patient. Hold your power and don't give it away. There's going to be some shenanigans going on. There's going to be some infiltrators that more of the Mr. Epps, like from J6, that are going to try to instigate some rashness and what have you. You guys need to embrace the humor that Americans have known for, the love. We're just going to send them home. Tell them turn around. I'm not playing that, and call out the feds. If you think someone's a fed that's an instigator and stuff, call them out. Call them out. Follow them around like they did in Canada a couple of years ago. Don't let them get away with it. If you see an Epps in the crowd, you call him out and follow him. Tape him or her. The situation isn't going to last forever. The cards did tell us that there's gonna be, again, some success. We can make this manifest, that we can support Texas and send a loud message that our borders need to be secure. And a vast majority of the residents and citizens of this country are ready to help in the process and support it without reservation. So again, participate to the extent, even if you're an armchair warrior and you're a prayer warrior and you're going to pray that people that participate in this stay energized, that they avoid any instigators that take them off course, and that they stay as peaceful and positive. Those prayers are going to be super, super effective. And if you can participate and choose to, do so wisely and safely. And just understand, there's a lot of times that strength is silent and it doesn't flex all its muscles, and it doesn't bring all its armaments. It just shows up like a good spouse. They just keep showing up. So if it's time for you to be one of those that show up, do it safely, do it wisely, do it smartly. It looks like it's going to be effective. You need to know that there's going to be some shenanigans attempted and make it ineffective. What needs to be effective and powerful is the people's response to this situation. That's it for this video. I thank you so much for your time and your attention and the grace you show me. As I said, this is a home production. So until next time, I send you love and light and wish for you everything bright. And please, if you pray for those that are going to participate in this effort, that our National Guard that are mobilized or being sent stay safe. The people that participate do so wisely and with some common sense and moderation in the responses that they have or that they get encouraged to give.